Hello and welcome to Daddy Knows Best. This is Manny Santiago, and we're here, me and Josh. How you doing, Josh?
I'm doing good, and guess what? We're doing this again. This is officially take two. So, give you a quick rundown of what we just been through. We went through a ton of Final Fantasy in like I would say a half hour, 45 minutes. Let's just throw that number out there. And we were
Yeah,
moving and grooving. We fought a boss. I got to learn about swords. I got to learn about driving cars and taking pictures. And then just as we were about to upload the video, PS4 just gave us a good FU and said, "Hey, Josh's audio wasn't being recorded." So that was awesome. So we're here again, taking a look at Final Fantasy, and let's just give them the Reader's Digest version of what we got going on here.
so yeah, I was playing through the story mission, the sword and the waterfall. We were actually inside the cave, and we were there fighting monsters and trying to find our way around. I got lost. I stepped out and I said, okay, let's just look at the world, because honestly, the dungeons are great, but the biggest thing about this game is the outside and just being outside and doing outdoorsy things with your characters in Final Fantasy. So
Okay, so you're basically on a road trip to find somebody to get these swords, and this is a big departure from what the Final Fantasy that I remember as a child being. You got your overworld, you're walking around, you get into random battles, very JRPG, team-based strategy, stuff like that with magic and abilities. This seems like a completely different game. What is the biggest draw in this game for you, Manny?
honestly, it almost feels like a friend simulator, and I'll show you why right now. You see that car over there? This sweet ride. I wish I
It's a
could put
nice
some
one.
letters on it, so I could write the Big Baby Daddy Cast on them. But let's just
Is that the
select
car's name, Regalia? Or is that where you're
Regalia.
at?
No, the car's name is Regalia. Yeah, never mind. I take that back. It is Regalia. That's a weird name, but it is what it is. Beggars
I'm,
can't
I'm
be
guessing you
choosers.
didn't choose that name.
No, no. So let's go to a map point, and I'm just gonna pick a long trip, and then we could just talk over the game, and I'm just gonna pick the this is the beach area, which is an amazing, like, the set as destination, yes. So when I say that this is kind of like a friend simulator, is you get these guys, these group of guys that just kind of come along with you in all these missions, and then you just kind of set off on trips, and it honestly feels like you're on a constant road trip. You know what I mean? Like you're always just kind of having fun together, or doing the battles. And remember,
So are you controlling the car?
no, it drives itself.
Nice.
And so,
Fancy.
yeah. And so, remember how I told you that they always ask you like what you want to hear or what you want to see. So here it says prompto. It tells you, look at that. So yeah, sure, let's shot. And
Yeah, go for it.
he takes a picture, and he says like, hey, let's go ahead and take a picture of the waterfall. And which we literally were just surprised he came up with this now. What an asshole. And so you pretty much just kind of take a little road trip and say like, hey, let's go to the waterfall. You'll do kind of like a photo op, and you kind of so it honestly, this game feels like a friend simulator most of the times. Like, there's a lot going on in this game that I really love. The battle system is very different from your typical turn-based RPG. And look, what an asshole! He's gonna park right there in the middle of the road. Like, yeah,
You have
I'm just.
to walk down to the waterfall.
Oh yeah, yeah, but we can do it in style. So I'm just gonna call a little chocobo over here, and then we could just join up with this little guy,
Let's go.
mount up, and just say, hey, boom! Everybody's got their own.
Everybody's got a chocobo. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
So I'm just gonna see. I'm gonna see if I can jump. Nope, can't jump. You can glide through the
Yeah, lets you
air.
hover.
Yeah, yeah, and just kind of dash, and everybody's just kind of riding around. So yeah, really fun. This game is really pretty. It's another thing I really like. The graphics are amazing. If you have a PS4 Pro, they told me that this game uses. Oh, look at that guy again. Is that the same guy?
Oh, remember him?
Yeah. Let's get out of here. let's just forget that. So let's take care of these crafts so you guys can take a look at the battle system. Typically, if there is like a tactic that you guys can use, one of your characters will come up to you and say, "Hey, let's attack this guy first," and you'll do that tactic. Let's go ahead and. Ooh, got crushed. Yeah, as you can see, the game has a lot of prompts. Typically, everything's just controlled by pressing the square button to dodge or block, and the circle button to attack. Magic is super pawned, like it's one of the most powerful attacks in this game, and you have like attacks with your buddy. There's probably one now. So they're gonna hit this guy with everything.
Are there like any out of world, like comet shattering, super magic moves that you can do?
I haven't gotten that far to see if there's like these ridiculous magics, but the magic from like I can do a magic right now. It looks pretty souped up as it is. Boom, like.
Oh yeah, that's pretty. That was pretty.
And it's funny because look, my guy got shocked that he fell to the floor.
He's switching.
So there is a drawback to using magic is you guys can also get hit. And if I look at my guy, he should be like super black right now, like he just got smoked. Right. Let me see. There he is. Yeah, like his face is,
definitely.
Yeah, he got smoked. He definitely got. He was in the middle of it. So there's a lot of
friendly fire in this.
Yes, there is friendly fire. There's also a lot of picture taking. So yeah, I can take a picture of him where he doesn't look as hot as he typically would look like. I don't know what these guys are doing. I don't know why they're kneeling down, but I think they're trying to hide from that big ass monster over there.
Yeah.
They see that snake and they look all sketchy. You see how they're like just sneaking. Anyways, but yeah, so I'm back to our road trip. This is the type of thing that the game always shows up, gives you opportunities to do, like take pictures and it's funny because they you take this picture and you can even share it on Facebook and share it on Twitter, like if it was really you. I'm kind of disappointed that you can't create your own character, but I remember I took this picture like in one of these little special pictures you can take, and then I posted it on Twitter and wrote "Wish you were here."
Oh, so you got some XP for that.
Yeah, you get yeah. So there's always an incentive to do these little things that are kind of like little sidetrack items or side quests that you can do that are not part of your main mission. Oh, there you are. So going back to the car so that we can talk more about the game, but just kind of let the game kind of play itself and show you some of the vistas. So right now we're in a foresty area. You can see like desert-like areas, and you can see like beach-type areas and ice-type areas. There's chocobo races. There's fishing, a lot of photography. There's actually a lot of online like photography competitions where they say like, oh, we want pictures of Prompto or pictures of Ignis, and you have to take a really nice picture of them and you post it on the website, and you know, if you win, then they give you some in-game stuff.
Nice.
What's the forecast?
Yeah,
Like
and
a Pokemon Snap type deal.
With the temperature rising.
and so let's see, like these guys are gonna drive. As you're driving, you can shop. So remember that last battle we were doing? So these are the prices. So remember every time I was reviving somebody, and I was telling you,
$1,000.
It cost me $1,000 for each revival. So I'm gonna just stock up on potions again, and then, you know, stop spending money. But if I need to spend a lot of money, then I will, in order for me to really make good money in this game, I would actually go to the Hunters Guild and start hunting monsters. And you know, the game mimics the Monster Hunter look and feel. So it was nighttime before we ended the other video, so you really couldn't enjoy the vistas, but this game is beautiful. Like everything.
Oh, yeah, drone distance is really cool.
Sometimes I just kind of leave the game playing and like this, so that you see how you get like 1 AP for just driving around.
Right.
So that's typically how you would get AP, just doing like different little things, and you use AP to like soup up your characters and give them more abilities. So there are a lot of little things that do work like the older Final Fantasy. You still gain experience, you still gain like ability points that you can use to train your characters or make your characters better. And there's a lot of opportunities for you to gain experience, as you can see, like stopping and taking a picture in a waterfall type deal.
Right.
I always liked how whenever you're driving, it's very dynamic. You see these guys, they're kind of hanging out, and you know, sometimes you'll see the guy in the back reading a book, or them talking to each other, or they'll have like something that from the main mission that they'll start talking about, like, oh, I really like this girl, I wish I could, get with her or whatever. They'll throw little tidbits of story like that, and that part always makes these little trips enjoyable. A lot of parking, as you can see. You can park over here, right, and then just kind of take hikes to different places and see what you can find. There's, how a lot of games just kind of hold your hand and guide you and tell you can pick this stuff up here and there. This game does have that. Right. So I'm moving this is going to be our trip right here, and they do have stuff like that. So there's food items here, and then there's treasure here, but not everything is marked. So
is that the entirety of the map?
Oh,
that overworld?
I'm not sure. I am not sure if this is the entirety. I think it is. And it's pretty long to travel from one spot to another. So it says the trip that we're going to do now, it says it was going to be like 6 minutes. So let me see, map point where we're at, quest location. So depending, like that one would be like 4 minutes and this would be like 7 minutes. So if we go to end and you actually sit down and drive the entire way, it could take a solid 10 minutes to go from one end to another. Look at that shit, man. It's amazing.
Did you play much of that online Final Fantasy game? I think it was 11.
There's 11 and then there's 14, and no, I did not. I completely skipped those. It's not like they were not my cup of tea. It's more like I didn't want to pay a monthly fee to play an MMORPG. Plus, right, when you reach a certain age, you just don't have the time to be able to play an MMORPG like that. But yeah, this game honestly, I would recommend it for anybody that just wants to play something in front of their kids. I have no qualms at playing this in front of my kid, just because even though there is violence and there's a lot of other activities that you can do that are still fun, and you still advance in the game. And
the battles itself aren't the main draw of this game. The main draw is probably just the adventure from getting from point A to point B and getting these swords for the quests and all that.
Yeah. Honestly, the things that I find enjoying the most are honestly just the vistas and the views as I'm driving from point A to point B, and then just stopping somewhere and saying, let me go get this treasure. And as I'm going to get that treasure, I find these monsters and whatever, and they pose a challenge because it might have been guarded by an overpowered monster, because this game is not scaled. This game, if a monster's overpowered, you're gonna go through a lot of work in order to be able to beat him. So it's either you make the choice to make the financial, because it'll cost you a lot to be able to defeat a monster that is overpowered, vice actually waiting to be the right level. When you could have been spending that money on something else, like weapons or upgrades and whatnot. So, or staying
so, like, can you just like hop out of your car here and just explore the world? Or
I could stop right now.
Certainly.
And then There's a lot of things to streamline the game, so we can see like there's a little entrance here that we could just jump out here. Oop. I could use my little teleporting ability and then just start hiking and maybe make my way up to that little mountain over there. I may find a monster, I may not. You know, it's the random battles in here are not like the other Final Fantasies where you just drop into a zone. Monsters will sometimes appear like that. There we go. Just like that.
Yes.
Remember the monster I was talking to you that was kicking my ass? When
that's it.
That's it. And it's already a pain in the ass. It's already like taunting me.
Oh man.
So you see how the guy like tries to help you out. Ooh.
That thing is agile.
Yeah. And as you can see, battles are really hectic, honestly. Like, so right now, what I'm doing is I'm waiting. Ooh. Phoenix down. I'm waiting for my meter to charge up so that I can... Damn it. So that I can do the all-out attack. There we go. So I think the monster's on fire.
I have a freaking chainsaw?
Oh yeah, he does. He does have a chainsaw. Is that cat sitting down? Yeah, he is.
Is it healing?
No, yeah, he
healing.
is. He's healing. But I can hit him with magic whenever he's doing... Oh, shit.
You're a higher level than him.
I am, but the monster is still pretty strong. Like, they're not easy. Like, this one in particular is not an easy monster. Oh, fuck.
A lot of ways. Yeah. That's awesome.
So I just
shot everybody in the party.
Yeah, I just shocked the shit out of everybody. Everybody's like done. Let's see if this monster
sucky.
So he is healing, so I'm just gonna hit him with everything I got.
That's that.
Invulnerable, whatever that was.
He's just trying to like stone or something.
No, I think he's just dirty from the attack. So let's hit him with a piercer attack. So honestly, the link attacks is what really help do a lot of damage on a monster. And you can always do a point warp, so you can recover and gain some health, gain the MP back. Oh, they killed him. Kind of unexpected.
That was a close call.
So, like we were talking about before, it seems like your teammates are very, very valuable.
Oh yeah, like if there are certain parts in the mission where they actually have you like be on your own, like in the main mission, and honestly I never recommend doing battles on your own, because even though you can, and actually when you stay in a camp, like you camp out, you can train with your guys, and it's pretty much you against all three, that kind of stuff, so that you can practice battles and fight on your own. But it is significantly harder.
Ready for this?
So there's a battle that just started. I'm just gonna ignore it and just keep going.
It's cool that you could just leave battles.
Yeah, like this. Yeah, this is it's amazing that you could just do that. Like, just forget about it. I'm not gonna put up with that right now. So I'm trying to see if there's a way for me to get up on that rock. But as you can see, I could stop anywhere and then just maybe here. Whoop. Nope, not there. And then just start and and seeing a specific area. I wanted to see if there was a way for me to just get up on that rock and then just make it to the other end. And maybe there is, maybe there isn't, but it seems like this area is full of powerful enemies that will cost me some money in order for me to be able to actually beat them. Beautiful bottle. Look at him, just sitting down, being silly. But yeah, this is Final Fantasy, a very beautiful game, very adventurous, very. I don't think I've ever played a game where I felt like there was more camaraderie amongst your characters than this one, and a game that actually makes that as one of the primary gaming elements. You know what I mean? Like the fact that maybe Persona. But again, another RPG, not really an action game where I felt like my teammates were the best thing ever. I played Dragon's Dogma. I mean, there was a lot of teamwork there, but nothing like this. Nothing where you have
Mercenaries for the original Xbox. Was it Mercenaries?
Mercenaries. Yeah, was that the one where you're collecting the... Yeah, but I didn't think Mercenaries was with teamwork. I always thought it was like one guy. Or maybe it was Mercenaries 2 where you actually had like teamwork. Oh, no, you're talking about the guy, the Army of Two.
Right,
right. Is it Army of Two?
It's one of those games where you have your squad of people. It's like 3 or 4 of them, but those AI suck. Not compared to this. This seems like your guys can really hold their own. And
yeah, like if you look at the battle that we just did, I didn't kill that monster. One of them did, but it wasn't me.
I guess I'm drawn more to the aesthetic because when I think of Final Fantasy, I think of like more fantastical stuff. It seems like this is a modern day open world JRPG with fantastical monsters and a premise that seems very Final Fantasy-y, but it's this GTA style driving around is kind of throwing me off,
right, and I felt
so weird.
I felt the same thing when I started playing. I was like, I can't drive my own car, like, I mean you can, like this is me like swerving off road and. So you can drive it, but it's more like you're on rails. You know what I mean?
Right.
Whenever you're in the car, but it's like once you get used to somebody driving the car, because my primary character is sitting in the back, just being who he is. You know what I mean? Just being Noctis. And then I always ask, Ignis is the guy that's always driving, but if you actually drive, then you would have to be the one that's actually holding on to the R2 button and then making the turns and whatever. And even though it still feels like it's on rails because they won't purposely let you crash your car because it's super expensive, to fix it. Like right now my car is kind of messed up. Like if you look at the window.
It is kind of trashed, yeah.
And that's because a monster like came out in the middle of the road at night and then punched the shit out of the car. And so my car looks like that now. I mean, I feel like the monster hit it a lot worse than what it actually, like what it looks like right now. But yeah, so you can fix the car.
So can you get into random battles while you're in the car?
Yeah, like sometimes you'll have like an army pop out in front of you from a ship and drop down, and your guys will like hit the emergency brake and then slide in the middle of the road and swerve and you get out of the car and you battle them. So that is a possibility, especially at night. At nighttime...
I know it's the gas. Do you have to buy gas?
Oh yeah, you do. So that's why you gotta plan out trips. You gotta plan out your trips. So like this trip that I'm making, I'm gonna come out to the beach, which by the way, you definitely want to see these vistas as you're coming down. But yeah, you got to plan out and see like where you're gonna stay on the way there, because when you travel and nighttime catches you, like monsters just keep coming and coming and coming, and it gets ridiculous. Like you'll just get sick of doing battles. And so it's good to plan out your route. So right now it's like 1900. It's about to be nighttime
Hey,
soon.
Knox, why don't we sleep there?
They got something special?
A safe place to spend the night?
See?
The demons will be coming out any minute.
They spelled demons wrong. That's not
Yeah.
how you spell demons.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they call them.
Alert, Magnus!
Yes. Loud and clear.
So I decided to stay here. Like he even reverse parks it. I love that.
Nice.
Might want to stock up on potions and stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, you can
For a change.
What do you mean for a change?
you can go ahead and refuel for 10 gil.
Actually, it has a refueling animation. I like that.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean this is the game, man. This is what I've been playing for the last couple weeks between this and The Witcher, and I honestly recommend it for anybody. It's a very easy game to like. It's a little bit hard when it first starts to get used to it if you're used to turn-based RPGs, and you know, maybe this is not what you were expecting.
Right.
But it's definitely a fun game to play. Like over there's a fishing spot. You can ride the chocobos. This is a beautiful vista of the game. Like, I usually like just there's a guy here that gives you some missions, so I always enjoy the trips this way, just because this whole area just feels really nice.
Man, that hurts. Another headache. This is not normal.
But yeah, man, this is Final Fantasy 15. I give it a thumbs up for Daddy Knows Best. And what do you think? Do you think you'll get into something like this?
I think I can, and that's dangerous because these games, like I said before, are 50, 60, 70 hours of your life, and it's so easy to get sucked into a world like this.
I mean, I'm 20 hours in, and I haven't even completed like 4 missions from the main mission. Like, it's crazy. I've just done other stuff instead. So that was one of the missions that I did for hunting, and that's, you know, part of your primary payment in the game. But yeah, man, this is Manny Santiago from the Big Baby Daddy Cast and thegamermind.com.
And I'm Josh Vasquez.
And thank you for joining us to Daddy Knows Best. I hope you like this game like we do, and you know that you have a recommended game from the daddies. Anyways, you can join us on future videos, and always listen in on our show for the Big Baby Daddy Cast, or visit our website. Or you can also reach us and make a request for a game for us to review on Twitter at the DaddyCast. At the GamerMind _, and or reach us via email. What's our email, Josh?
It's on our website, www.thegamermind.com.
It's the DaddyCast at thegamermind.com. That's our email. Thank you so much for joining us, and stay safe and keep gaming, guys.
Take care, guys.
All right.